Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video, Becoming Her with Coach Latonya. I am a mindset and inner healing coach. I help teach, transform, and empower women through coaching to become the best version of themselves by becoming healed, happy, and whole. Before we get started, I would like to invite you guys to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, and follow me as we go on that journey to becoming her. To my new subscribers and new followers, welcome. To those who have been following me, welcome back. Listen, if you like the content, if you like something that I have to say, why don't you hit that like button? That gives the YouTube community the chance to get my videos out there, and it also gives my channel the opportunity to grow. I am back with another video as promised, and the name of this video is called Why Your Ex Hoovers You. Okay, I'm sure that if you've been involved with a narcissist or if you've been involved with an ex that was toxic, I'm sure you all know what hoovering is all too well. But I just wanted to come and give a little bit of information on why your ex hoovers you and a little bit of my testimony on how I was able to get out of the hoovering of my ex. So I want to first apologize. I am attempting to run two platforms, so I won't be able to look at both platforms at the same time. So forgive me if I'm looking at one camera and not looking into the other camera. Okay, to get started, why your ex hoovers you. Okay, we all know that Hoover is a famous brand of a vacuum. Okay, and we know that a vacuum's job is to suction things out of the carpet, means to pull it back up or pull it back in. Okay, and so in order for that vacuum to do it, there has to be some force behind it. Okay, that goes almost hand in hand with relationship hoovering. Sucking someone back into a toxic or emotionally abusive relationship through manipulation. Okay. Why do they do that? Okay. Number one, to keep you entangled in their web. To keep you entangled into their web. Sometimes hoovering is not always about getting that individual back, but it's about keeping that individual trapped emotionally, mentally, and physically. Okay? So number one, to keep you entangled in their web. It's not always about getting back with you. It's not always about them being sorry, but most of them hoover because it's about keeping you trapped in their web. Okay? Number two, to keep you around as another source of supply. We all know that most of the time when a narcissist ends the relationship or your toxic ex ends the relationship, they go off and they get a new supply. It's not that that supply is better. It's just that they're better at being manipulated at this particular time. So they like to hoover you to keep you around as another source of supply. You may supply something that the other supply may not supply. So in order for them to get this from that particular individual, and then they can come back and get this from you at another particular time. So sometimes hoovering is just about keeping you around as another source of supply. Okay. Number three, to continue, the cycle of abuse. They're keeping you around as a target. We all know that when the toxic ex or the narcissist gets another source of supply, they have to put on a facade. They have to come off as being Mrs. Nice or Mr. Nice. So whenever they need someone to project their anger or project their abuse on, they have you to do so they won't mess up the new supply. So It's to continue the cycle of abuse. They're not going to ruin the supply that they just got. I mean, that's just like you going out purchasing a new car versus the old car. You're going to take care of the new car better than you will the old car. So if I'm going to go down a dusty road, or if I'm going to go out in the rain, or if I'm going to go down a muddy street, or I'm going to go pick up a crowd of people, I'm not going to take my new car. Why? Because I'm trying to take care of it as long and as much as possible. So guess what? I'll jump back into the old so I won't mess up the new. That's how that works. That's how hoovering works. If I'm going to continue the cycle of abuse, I can't let my new supply know that I'm an abuser. So what do? I go to the old supply. Because the old supply is going to be waiting. If you're not healing, if you're not trying to get better, you're going to be waiting on their return. Because we all know that they return to what they know. So they're going to return, and you're going to be waiting for the return. But in your waiting, you're not thinking, okay, he left or she left, and this is how they're going to return. So, of course, they may start out the phone conversation nice, or they may start out the conversation in person nice, or the text, or however they may hoover. They may start it off nice. But as time goes on, if the conversation continues, then you'll start to see the little fiery darts that they start to target you with. So, how did I get out of the web of hoovering? To be perfectly honest, it took me quite some time. It took me quite some time because in my mind, I was still dealing with the person that I met at the beginning, in which we all know that they are never who they are in the beginning. But in my mind, because I was so attached and connected to whom he was in the beginning, it took me a while to see that this is not who he really is. So what did I have to do? I had to literally cut him off all the way around. No phone calls, no text messages. I even blocked. Blocking doesn't work when they know how to get around the block. Is that possible? Absolutely. I've had it done. They can get around a block number. Now, they can't get the text messages through, but they can get around the block number. So what did he do? He started using family's phone. He started using friends' phone. So I had to get to the point to where if I did not recognize the number, I did not answer the phone call. Because the way that the conversation will start, hey, how are you? I was just calling to see, how you were doing, just checking on you to make sure everything is okay. And then by this time, you're thinking, okay, this person is concerned. They're not concerned. They're not concerned. They are trying to wiggle their way back in order to continue the same type of behaviors that they continued in the past. The best way to get out of the web of hoovering is go 100% no contact. Now, will that work in the beginning? It may not. Did mine? It didn't, because he still attempted to call. He still attempted to come by. But guess what? I didn't respond. I didn't react. And I can honestly say that this is the first time in over a year that I have not heard anything from my ex. Personally, to me. But I can tell you what he's doing. Wherever he sees a family member of mine, wherever he sees my friends, he makes it his business to go over and speak. Now, mind you, when we were together, this is not something that he would do, because he would always say, oh, your friends didn't speak to me. Oh, I saw them at such and such place and they didn't have anything to say to me. But now, since we have not had any contact in over a year, You're making it your business to go over to the very people that you claim would not speak to you in the beginning, and you're speaking. You want to know why? Because he's hoping that my friends would come back and tell me, and that would trigger something in me in order to contact him. Listen, if you've got out of a relationship, an abusive relationship, a relationship with an ex, a toxic relationship, do yourself a favor and stay out. I know it feels like you are losing, but I promise you, if you've gotten out, you've won. This is your opportunity to heal. This is your opportunity to grow and get into a relationship that is not toxic and that is bettering for yourself. Please don't go back. The only thing that you are going back into, if you return to a toxic relationship or if you return to a relationship with a narcissist, is hell. If you've gotten out, please stay out. I hope I've said something in this video that can help you along your journey. Like I said, I am a mindset and inner healing coach. I do offer coaching. So if you are in need of coaching, you can visit my website at www.becomingher101.com, or you can email me at becomingher.co@gmail.com. I will come back later on and expound on the hoovering and toxic relationships and narcissists, but that is all I have for this video on today. I ask that you guys go out, grow, and glow. God bless you. Bye-bye.